Copyright the University of Auckland. All rights reserved. The content and delivery of lectures in this course are protected by copyright. Material belonging to others may have been used in these lectures and copied by and solely for the educational purposes of the university under license. You may record the lectures for the purposes of private study or research, but you may not upload onto any third-party site, make a further copy, or sell, alter, or further reproduce or distribute any part of these lectures to any other person. Failure to comply with the terms of this warning may expose you to legal action for copyright infringement by the copyright owner and/or disciplinary action by the university.
Welcome. I'm Robin Woodward and I'm the Graduate Advisor in Art History, and I'm the person that you'll be working with as you enrol for your graduate papers in 2021. Now today I'm just going to give you an outline of what we offer in our first year of graduate study. If you're interested in the master's program, the MA, then just contact me by email and we'll talk about how you can proceed and what we've got on offer. But what I want to talk about here is the BA Honours and our Postgraduate Diploma in Art History, which we offer. Now, if you're coming into our graduate program, you will take one of those courses. And the principal distinction between them is that the BA Honours can be completed in 2 years, and most students usually complete it in 1 year. Whereas the Postgraduate Diploma can be completed part-time over 4 years, and that definitely suits some people. Overall, to complete either the BA Honours or the Postgraduate Diploma, you need to pass 120 points. Now, most of our graduate courses are worth 30 points, so the math is quite simple. Basically, you need to enrol in 4 of our papers. However, we do offer a small number of 15-point courses if you choose to enrol in 2 of those instead of 1 of the 30-point courses. Now, there's just one point of detail to let you know now. If you're enrolling for the BA Honours, you're required to include a 30-point, 10,000-word research essay in your program. Now, this is a separate paper. It's Art History 790, Art History 790, which you enrol for. So that's one of your 4 papers. So you have that, plus you enrol for 3 other taught courses. The research essay is optional if you're enrolling for a postgraduate diploma. But if you're planning to go on to an MA at some stage, you need to note that you do require that to have that 790 research essay in your program. I should also make clear at the outset that all of our courses are assessed totally on coursework. And that is, there are no exams for any of these papers. And in terms of contact hours, the 30-point papers are usually a 2-hour session over about 18 weeks. That runs for the year. So let's just look briefly at the taught papers that we offer. This is a list of them which are on offer for 2021. I'm now going to run through each of these in a little bit of detail. I'll put this image up again at the end so that you can revisit it then. So here's what we got on offer. We offer 8 taught papers in our graduate program, and most of you will enrol for 3 of these plus our 790 research essay. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the one that I teach, and this is Art History 706, Public Art, Politics and Process. This course examines the politics and process around modern and contemporary public art and monuments. We consider the challenges for art in the urban environment. We look at patronage, issues of nationalism and cultural identity, memorialisation, such as war, Holocaust memorials, and more recent catastrophes. The first part of the course focuses on the theory of public art and on international case studies such as Richard Serra's Tilted Arc and Anthony Gormley's Angel of the North. This is followed by a focus on public art in New Zealand, with particular attention to Wellington, which is often billed as the centre, the city for sculpture. And of course, we look extensively at what we have on offer in Auckland. We also consider the abundance of accessible public art events and sculpture parks in the Auckland region. Foremost of these is Alan Gibbs' world-renowned The Farm, just on the Kaipara Harbour, where he has a private zoo of exotic animals and a collection of World War II army tanks and machinery, which complements a vast landscape of outdoor object art and land art by major international artists such as Maya Lin, Richard Serra, Andy Goldsworthy, as well as the premier New Zealand artists. The next course I'm going to introduce you to is Sophia Power's photography paper, Participation, Collaboration and Photography, Art History 700. Now, this paper explores a range of increasingly prevalent artistic practices which are grounded in collaboration and in audience participation, and which are typically mediated through photographic documentation. It covers topics such as relational aesthetics and site specificity, and considers works such as those by artists Thomas Hirschhorn and Sophie Kahl. In this paper, in terms of art internationally, Sophia considers terms such as participation, interactivity, collaboration, and what these have come to signify over the past 2 or 3 decades. How has photography been used to both document and to enact such interactions? Sophia's course begins with 20th century precedents such as the Situationists International in Europe and happenings in the United States. And then it considers how a public is constituted alongside evolving notions of spectatorship and civic engagement. It's grounded in the writings of major theorists such as Claire Bishop and Nicholas Bourriaud, and it's motivated by questions such as, what are the ethical stakes of community involvement, and how is aesthetic value assessed? We also have Caroline Vercoe presenting a paper on her specialist area, Pacific art. So Art History 730 is exploring Pacific art. This course highlights the intersections, the relationships and the connections between a wide and diverse range of Māori and Pacific art forms, including performance, tapa cloth, body adornment, and contemporary gallery-based art practices, as well as cultural concepts. It firmly positions Māori and Pacific artists, key exhibitions, and art writers within an intersectional and art historical framework. It's got Indigenous knowledge systems are addressed, and we look also at art there in the contemporary global world. The themes in exploring Pacific art include Indigenous and migrant voices, memory and notions of belonging, popular culture and its interface with gallery practices, and stereotypes and representation. Themes and issues are discussed alongside relevant Māori and Pacific writers and theorists, such as Ngāhuia Te Awikotuku, Haunani K. Trask, and Albert Wendt. Our art writing and curatorial practice course is taught by Linda Tyler. This explores the recent history of curatorial practice and writing about contemporary art. It exposes students to professional opportunities through a placement in a local gallery or a museum or with an arts organisation. And it helps students develop comprehensive art writing skills with the aim of each student taking away a writing portfolio which they can use in job applications. In the first semester, the focus is theoretical, developing an understanding of how curatorial practice has changed in the last 30 years. It covers New Zealand as well as international examples. And then in the inter-semester break, you undertake a 60-hour curatorial placement, and the experience you gain there is used as the basis for an essay, which is submitted for an assessment in the second part of the course. Then in the second semester, the course takes a practical workshop type approach to art writing with lectures on the history of art criticism. The other 30-point course that we offer is Greg Minasale's Art History 725, Concepts in Contemporary Art. Now, this is a direct and methodical way to acquire knowledge about contemporary art's current themes and concepts. It shows us how political and societal issues are expressed in art, often in quite surprising ways. Now, some of the issues addressed in the course are the body and whose body, sex and sexuality, rethinking race and diaspora, different dimensions of time, death and the corpse. There's new material we look at, and also eco-art. Now, in this course, Greg invites practicing New Zealand artists to come to talk about their work. This is relevant to these themes. And there's also a visit to the art gallery, the Auckland Art Gallery, for a tour and for a brainstorming session. Now, a key point to note here is that this is a single semester 30-point course, whereas the other 30-point courses are taught over the full year. This course is taught in the first semester, and it's distinctive in that way. You have the same amount of content, the same amount of assessment and coursework that you have to do. It's just condensed teaching and learning. So those are our 30-point courses. We also offer 3 15-point courses, so you can take 2 of those in place of a 30-point course. 2 of them are offered in the first semester and 1 in the second semester. So in the first semester, we have Art History 719, Public Art Issues and Controversy. This is actually the first semester of the full year public art course, Art History 706. So you just take the first semester of that paper for a 15-point credit. Obviously, you can't do this paper if you're enrolled for the full year public art, Art History 706. Now, the other 15-point paper on offer in the first semester is Museums 705, Exhibiting Cultures, Māori and Indigenous. This focuses on Māori and Indigenous peoples and the museum. It addresses major themes of collections, curatorship, public programs, engaging with communities, exhibition and display, as well as repatriation, including human remains. These are discussed through modules on Aotearoa New Zealand, on Australia and the Pacific, as well as the United States and Canada. Classes for this paper are based on campus, but some are also held in the Auckland Museum, where students become familiar with treasures on display, as well as in the storerooms, where Māori and Pacific staff discuss some of the politics, the policies, and histories of the collection there. Now, logically, you would take one of these papers, followed by our second semester 15-point course, which is taught by Linda Tyler, inside the museum. The aim of this paper is to provide a foundation in the best practices, critical issues, and the future of museology. And it introduces students to a variety of museum collection-based activities through experiential education at the Auckland War Memorial Museum. So that's what we offer you for your BA Honours or your postgraduate diploma in art history next year. This is just a recap of the courses that we have on offer, which you can peruse at your leisure. So where to from here? I want you to think about the courses that we've got on offer, what interests you, and drop me an email if you're interested or even thinking of enrolling next year, so I can work with you to help you sort out which selection of papers is going to work best for you personally. Or alternatively, feel free to contact any of the staff responsible for graduate papers in 2021. But any queries at all, just get in touch with me. We're here to help you.